We live? Okay. All right. I think we're live. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our live show. Welcome to our live show. This is your Purple Passion News Break, okay? This is your Purple Passion News Break for the week. I know I'm a little bit off schedule this week, but we are here to discuss a few things, discuss how our week went, and what is happening with Purple Passion Boutique, what's new, what's not new, how's everything going, right? So thank you guys for coming in to this live show. Thank you for being here, okay? So, no, I will not be selling, but we'll be going live later on today, all right? So this is your news break, your Purple Passions news break, okay? So let me hang in here a few more minutes. I got a slow connection, and let me make sure I can get some more people in. Got 3 views right now. This wasn't intended, but I do have to give you guys your daily news break so you guys know what's going on. Pretty soon I'm going to have the channel up, so I want you guys to be following our Purple Passion Boutique channel. Understand that we will be going live later on today, but the first one is going to be Miss Sabrina Dennis Parker, so make sure you guys are daily checking to see who's going to be going live, okay? So that's going to keep you up to date on our schedule, and we will be live, I believe, directly after Miss Sabrina Dennis, and or after the seller after that, okay? So make sure you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of things in store for you guys today and this week, okay? So welcome to a live show on Purple Passions Boutique. So let me check my phone. All right, nothing new. Okay, so good morning, Miss Carolyn. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Good morning. I am Ulysses Clark. I'm here with your Purple Passions news break, okay? So, let's see. Let me see how long I've been on. Okay. So, in about 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. I'm gonna get started. How you doing today, Miss Carolyn? How's everything going for you? Where are you coming in from? Where are you coming in from? Let me know. Let me know where you are hailing in from. Yes, Queen. Yes. All right. So, thank you. My wife will be here shortly. She's some of my admins can't comment. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. So let me go ahead and get started. Okay. So, as I said before, you're with Purple Passions Boutique, and this is your news break. All right. So, today I want to start this off by starting off with Purple Pay. Okay, so Purple Pay is a new program that we just opened here in Purple Passions Boutique. And let me set this right here for a second. And so essentially what that means and what that is that we're going to be offering people to shop on one live show up to $77, and you will be able to make installment payments, with us directly. Okay, so what that's looking like going forward is just basically that you're going to shop up to $77, no more, no less. All right. And it may get extended after that, but right now it's going to be at $77. Okay. You're going to shop for that $77, and then we're going to put together your holders fee. You're going to have a duration of anywhere from 30 to 60 days to pay for that. So it's Purple Pay, basically a layaway. Okay. So Pennsylvania, good. Pennsylvania, good old Pennsylvania. One of my old E8s was from Pennsylvania. So good. So I don't know. Most women don't like football, but you might be a Steelers fan, I think. But good old Pennsylvania. Haven't been out that way before. No, you guys get some of all the weather out there. But I've only heard good things about Pennsylvania. Good. But thank you for being here, Miss Carolyn. As I was saying before, right? So, it's going to be Purple Pay is actually a layaway. It's a layaway where you spend up to $77. You got 30 to 60 days to make your installment payments set by us. The contract will be solidified by your first payment. Initially, when you generate that that receipt, and it's going to be coming directly from Purple Passions, and it's something that we're sending to our clients. Okay, so hello, Miss Sanford, how you doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that is what Purple Pay is all about. So in short terms, right, Purple Pay is a layaway, and it's tailored where you can spend up to $77, and you have 30 to 60 days to make those payments. It will be fees associated with it, taxes and different things like that. But that'll be an option for clients if they want that. So they said if they want to shop, and they can't make those payments right away, right? And there's a lot of things that they want. So you say, okay, we collectively put those things together for you. We're going to hold it for you. And then as we hold it for you, then you're just going to make those payments. Just like layaway would run, it's going to be the same thing, except it's just Purple Pay, and we're doing it here in Purple Passions Boutique. So if any of you guys remember layaway systems, layaway plans, and stuff like that for in the past, that they've taken away. Very few places still run that. We wanted to bring this together. And this isn't me. This is my admin team. My wife's admin team that put together this project. I just took that project and made it a reality. And put it on digits is what I call it, right? So they sat together and they said, what can they do to bring some more to our community? So what they did was they said, okay, and they've been brainstorming this probably about 45 to 60 days, okay? Sat down and collectively as a whole said, okay, let's bring them a layaway plan and system like it used to be back in the day, and let's put this together for them. So we sat down, we put together the format. Of course, it got dropped in my lap, and I said, okay, let's make it happen. So we've already dropped it off yesterday. It's going to be a link that you go through, but it's going to start as an invoice, and it's going to start there, and it's going to move into that process. We're going to see how it goes, but please believe that it is tailored for you guys. Thank you, Miss Anna. It is awesome. So we wanted to kind of do that for you guys, and it also helps you guys to kind of get sometimes you're on that budget, or you're like, okay, well, I can make it over this window of payments, or it's a lot of things that I kind of want, collectively. And you're like, I want to get this one here, and then I got to wait. This way that you can collectively as a whole put it there, put it together on what you want. And then we generate that invoice. We said, these are what your payment's going to be over the 60 days. And I think a lot of people can accommodate that. Okay. So we're doing that because we want to try to, how you doing, Miss Smith? Good morning. I just wanted to try to, bring that to you guys this morning so you guys know. So when you see Purple Pay on there, understand that is a layaway plan system. Okay. Now, whatever systems I have with my current people already, you are not affected by that. This is not a migration of I'm migrating you from the plans that we already have with a few of you that I have. Your plans are the same, so that's something completely separate, okay? But that's what we're doing. Yes, ma'am, Miss Randolph. You say, I think it's an awesome idea. I grew up on Kmart layaway, and I definitely think it will bring a lot of people because it keeps them from having to spend everything at one time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know Kmart. I know Kmart. Kmart was a really, really big in Indiana. And a matter of fact, when me and my wife were stationed at Fort Knox, right, they had Kmart still there. So it took a while for them to get rid of it just because of the military community loved it so much. Eventually, they took it out of Elizabethtown, and we were really, really sad. They had a Little Caesars in there. I mean, it was a great place, right? So Kmart was a place that had, I remember that, I think even Montgomery Ward, if anybody remember those, right? Because Montgomery Ward had a lot of Sears products. When I was in Indiana, Montgomery Ward had it, right? So I don't know. They still have some layaway programs here in Milwaukee too, at a few stores, right? So I think that I think it's going to be beneficial to the community, right? And the reason, and just to put it out there. This is our community is a place where I want you guys to be able to spend your Miss Smith. She's trying to come along. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're here, Miss Smith. Thank you for being here. I sure Miss Kmart. Yes, we all do. That was a really good store. I just we want to build a community, right, where we're all together with cohesion, and we're able to put our money together, right, and it's valuable. It's worthwhile. So when you're spending that dollar, you're getting $1 worth of service, $1 worth of whatever it is, merchandise that you're trying to get, right? And so that's something that we wanted to do, here at Purple Passions Boutique. That's why, our subscription is 99 cents. A lot of people are like 99 cents, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to spend the 99 cents. It's $1, right? It's $1.99. I can tell you how big $1 was way back 20, 30 years ago. $1 was everything. Everybody was looking at the 99-cent menu. Everybody was like, I can get it for $1. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm headed to, right? You would even drive out of your way just to pay $1 somewhere. And here on our platform, it's $1. It's $1, and you get all these perks for that $1, okay? Yes, you get unlimited lives. Yes, you get 10% off if you shop with our boutique. Yes, on Wednesdays we're having military discount and senior discount. Yes, we are giving those discounts. Why? Because we're trying to build a community where you guys as shoppers are valuable, okay? We're trying to build a platform where sellers can come and not pay huge fees and still make money and put that money in their pocket, take care of their families, take care of their children, you know, buy groceries, whatever it is they want to use their money for, you know? So that's why we're doing this, you know? It is essentially, it's about you guys. We don't make any money here over at Purple Patches. It's all volunteer work. Okay, it's all volunteer work. We're standing on blessings. So, and it's possible that you can do it. You can stand on blessings. You know, you gotta believe in and have a little faith and keep on pushing, right? So, Purple Pay is a layaway system where you can spend up to $77. You know, you make those payments. You can finish early. You know, but you'll have your set date. And then we're going to set up everything. Your first payment will solidify that contract, and that contract will come through the invoice, and that'll be discussed. So if that's something that you select, that'll be directly with me, and we'll be covering that to make sure that you're comfortable with everything that's going on and you understand everything. Which the contract is very detailed, but I still like to be the person explaining it. So you have eyes. You're not getting screwed over. You know, because that's the first thing. You know, I want to see you with your items. I want to see you with the nice items, the items that you want. I want to see you have it, cherish it, love it. And then boom, you know, we're going to put you on that process and, you know, let you keep on trucking. Okay. Just remember that with Purple Pay, it's once you have one contract at a time. So it's not random duration and we're not holding things to the side. It's one contract at a time. Once you finish that contract, then you go. Anything else that you decide after that, you will have to pay for immediately, or it will go to the next person if you're in a contract and you claim more items. So it's not saying that you can't claim any more items after that. I wanted to clarify that. So if let's say that you come into a live show today, you spend $77, say, hey, I want Purple Pay. Fine. We have a live show 2 days from now and you claim some items. You can still claim those items. You just have to pay for them. So just so everybody knows and everybody's squared away on that. Okay. So, it doesn't run in lieu with discounts. The discounts are something separate. Okay. And with that said, good morning, Miss Coleman. Thank you for being here. Now let me go into the next thing. The next thing is on Wednesdays, right? Every Wednesday, and this is for sellers and shoppers, okay? Every Wednesday we are doing a military discount and we are doing a senior citizen discount, okay? And so I think we're just calling it a senior discount, right? Because we're not running on a senior citizen, which is over 65. Senior is 60. We're giving you a senior discount, period, okay? Senior discount, and it's going to be a military discount, okay? For people. That's veterans, family members, etc., right? So that's going to be on Wednesday. Every Wednesday we will be doing that. So I believe that's going to be, I think it's going to be from 15 to 25%, depending on what status you're coming in as. But this is what we're going to do with that. Okay, got it, admin. That's my admin expert. She's telling me, hey, don't forget about this. Good, thank you for that, because I would have forgot. Thank you. So I'll touch down on that after this. All right. So so she says, please speak on the power up and just let sellers know that you can be great with sales and shoppers, or you can do the opposite. Good. Absolutely. So I'll caveat off that in a minute. So what we're collectively doing, right, is that we're giving you guys every Wednesday that discount. So I want you guys to be there on Wednesdays. So this is on our platform. This is also with the sellers that we'll be going live on Wednesday. So we're making that kind of a mandatory thing that we hook you guys up. Okay. So that's going to be on Wednesdays. So make sure that you guys are there on Wednesday to for your discount day. Okay. Come spend a few dollars, get your 15 to 25%, you know, get you beautiful items from our platform and from all the sellers that's going to go live on that day. Okay. So sellers, if you're booking on Wednesday, it is that mandatory thing. If you don't want 15 to 25% off, then don't book. So I'm letting everybody know that. So, and yes, you must be 60 years old, 60 plus years old for the senior discount. Military, I think everybody's going to be military, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But we will verify things and make sure that you guys are eligible, and we will get you guys what you need. Okay, so come shop on Wednesdays, hump day, middle of the week. Take a load off. You're not at the beginning of the week. You're not at the end of the week. You're right in the middle. You know, come get some blessings from us. On come get blessed. Come get blessed on Wednesday. Wednesday blessings, discounts. So come get blessed. Okay. Now, so we've covered the purple pay, right? If you guys got any questions, you can throw them in the comments. We covered the purple pay. We've covered the Wednesdays with the discounts. Now let me talk about purple power up. Okay. Purple Power Up is our purple booster in order to boost your sales. Okay, if any of you guys have experienced that, you've seen your sales, you've seen your sales right here, and you kind of just teeter out, right? And then you've seen your sales increase, right? This is what we're doing. Okay, we're doing this to try to push you guys. Our goal, and this is the sellers, our goal, if you are a seller, our goal is we want to see every seller be able to stand up with at least 30 to 40 clients, at a minimum of 20 by themselves. Okay. So we drive that by that purple power up, okay? That's our driver. We're driving that, right? So we're bringing everybody there, to see you, right? So people see what's going on, and it brings you more attention. It brings you more shoppers and more viewers, and it's more of a way for you to express the products that you have, that you want to sell and show to the people, okay? And so that is a good look for you, especially if you're a new shopper, especially if you're an upcoming shopper, especially if you're a shopper that this is one of your main sources of income, and you want to say, okay, I want to be the premier seller and the best seller. Excuse me for a second. Okay, this is going to be one of your biggest things that you're going to use for your drivers. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that. So when you are selecting this, right, it is $10, okay, which needs to be paid before your live show or your live event, so that way we can get everything set up for you. Okay, it is going to increase and boost. Okay, it's going to give you that extra influence. It's going to give you that push. Okay, and we want you guys. We're not saying that you don't have to do it. Okay, we're just saying that it can be great for your sales and for and shoppers. Your sales and shoppers. So what that means is that it's gonna increase your sales, it's gonna boost your shoppers, it's gonna bring you more views, and from that point, okay, it's going to all sellers and shoppers. It's a pleasure to have you in the Purple Patch Boutique community. Wow, it got bright, didn't it? I didn't have the light on. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Woo, that's bright. Okay, so thank you. My wife is here, right?
I was wondering why it's so dark in here.
I forgot. So okay, so wow, woo, you guys are beautiful. But yes, it's going to. I forgot to cut on the light. If you guys want to know, I forgot to cut on the light, so you guys see how bright everything got. And you guys like, I can actually see him. You guys probably thought I was super dark, right? You guys thought I was like dark chocolate, just completely black and knees, right? So but no. The purple power up is just a driver, okay, and it can be beneficial or it cannot be beneficial, right? If you stay there where you're at and then your sales are not moving, and you got the same train, the same line of people, and you're upset, then that there's a reason for that, right? So we're trying to give everybody that option to be able to get that push to get to that next level, that next step, okay? And with that said,
it brings definitely more potential shoppers. It get boosted out into the whole internet world, right? And we have also the possibility, because we're sharing on like people have a minimum of 20 shares when we boost it out. So it brings something.
so it's definitely going to bring some type of attention from viewers and watchers. More potential sales. It's also going to boost your shares. Your shares are going to jump from your 3 to 5 shares to probably, 20 to 30 shares. Okay, so it's just it's a big advertisement and promotion, if you ask me, and it's pushing all your numbers and everything huge and out to mad people. Okay, so it's something that can be very beneficial, or you can do the opposite, as my admin said. It's just the truth, okay? So I want you guys to, to take heed to that, okay? The next point is that we need all our sellers to shop responsibly, okay? And when I say that, that means this, okay? Don't live within your means, okay? I'm from somewhere from life. You're from somewhere in life, right? Make sure that you're able to make that payment. If you're not able to make that payment, reach out to that seller, and I need that seller and you and the shopper to communicate, okay, and try to mitigate that situation or whatever's going to happen with that payment. But if you can't afford it and you can't pay for it, then don't claim it, okay? And if you're going to claim it, pass earlier in the live so the next person can have it, because that is a potential sale for that seller, and that seller is dependent on those sales, okay? Lots of times that conflict is simply based on that seller is depending on that sales. They're depending on you to pay that invoice, and then you're not responding, you're not answering, and you're not paying that invoice, okay? And that can be devastating for the seller. And then you get sellers that are upset and they're putting out rules like, hey, you're going to pay me in 24 hours. I'm canceling your invoice. I'm blocking you. That's why all that's happening, because they've been through so much trauma with invoicing and payments, with the lack of communication. And this is why we have those situations there. My job is to show you guys the easier way and the easier means to communicate and to be able to have a solution for any type of problem that you have when you're dealing with thrifting and dealing with communication on invoicing or whatever it is on your platforms, okay? So there's always a solution. So I want you guys to shop within your means, okay? And the proper way that everybody needs to understand too, from platform to the sellers on the platform, our policy is always going to supersede your policy, meaning the superseding means this: we have a way that we want you to go about collecting your payments when you're on our platform. So that means that when you send out an invoice, you're going to send it again. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. When you send out your invoice, I want you to send out your invoice to the email. I want you to send out the messenger. Okay, 24 hours starts from the time that you hit submit. 24 hours after that email and messenger gets blasted out. That's 24 hours. Okay, that is that window. 24 hours. That's your word. You give it to them. Hold on to your word. 24 hours. Okay, if it's 48, then it's 48 from that point. 72, 96, whatever it is, that is 24 hours, okay?
If it's 9, it's 9.
If it's 9 hours, it's 9 hours. If it's by the morning time, it's by the morning time, okay?
And this is also for shoppers to pay attention with whom you're shopping, because if that seller only gives you 9 to 12 hours to pay your invoice, and then if you don't pay it in that amount of time, right, and the seller wants to pay you in 9 to 12 hours, you're more likely to get blocked with the seller. You're more likely to get your invoice deleted.
Good morning, Miss Heyman.
And so on and so on. So you got to pay attention with whom you're shopping and what's their rules.
Right. So essentially what my wife just said is that shoppers need to be aware of who they're shopping with and what their policies are. Sellers, you need to make sure you're putting out that policy and what you have decided that your window is going to be for payments, accepting payments, and how you want to be paid. I normally do that by if they type in payment, it tells me my methods of payment, and we do our payment system different, and everybody has their own different system. Now Purple Patch is not trumping your system. What I am saying is that if you are not following these simple rules, and these are like playground rules, okay, communicating. Okay, putting out your information so they know what that information is going forward. Shoppers being responsible and understanding what that window is, what that policy is for that seller to shop with, and every seller is different. Okay, and reaching out to them if you have any issues. Okay, if those increments are not followed, then there will be situations when that happens, okay? Because I'm the first person that I'm trying to get the seller paid, and I'm trying to make sure that the shopper doesn't get blocked, and that we keep that cohesion together. That is what my job is, okay? So that means that I'm going to be the person arguing. I'm going to be the person fighting. I'm going to be the person trying to put stuff together. I put together a payment situation for a shopper and a seller in a chat together while I'm in the middle of the chat and got everybody paid. So that one wasn't blocked and that one got paid, okay? It's actually very easy to do, and it's actually no headache. But do not contact me if you've already blocked the person because they're outside of your window, okay? And then say, hey, they didn't pay me, and then give it to you like you already blocked them, because the idea is for you to get paid and them not to get blocked, not the other way around, okay? Do not contact me and tell me that you have a ghoster, okay? Good morning, Miss Woozy. Good morning, Miss Nicole. Well, I just lost my train of thought. What was I
Don't
saying?
contact me if you're already blocked.
Do not contact me if you say that you have a ghoster. A ghoster is if you create that invoice, you send it to them. It comes back that the email's not found. You can't find that person on Facebook. You send a message. You have zero contact. It is a ghost. It is in the wind. That is a ghoster. Okay? If you contact that person and they view it and then they send back I didn't get it or something like that, then you have a non-payer. And that is a difference. And we need to understand that. Okay? If you want to block somebody, you can block anybody that you want. That is your prerogative. But understand that my job is to help you get paid. You're on there to sell items so that you get paid for those items. The shopper is there to buy those items, and the shopper wants to take those items and have it sent to him, okay? So, boom. Why am I there? I'm there to intervene in the intervention. You guys remember the show? I'm your intervention, Mr. Clark is your intervention specialist, right? Without the rest of the group, okay? We're going to sit down, and we are going to, try to mitigate this and help you guys reach an agreement where everybody's satisfied, okay? So that's what I'm here to do, all right? Prior to your live, the housekeeping rules should be announced, and that's part of them, right? Let them know where you're shipping from. Let them know what your payment methods are. Let them know what your windows are for payment. Make sure, sellers, that you're sending it to the email and to the messenger. Mandatory, okay? If you did not send it to them, say, oh, because I'm getting stuff, well, I was supposed to get it to my messenger and I didn't, and shoppers, listen, they're sending it to both methods, so you need to be checking those. And I want you shoppers to check, if it's a nighttime live show, you need to be checking that next morning, okay? If it's a late live show. If it's earlier in the day, you need to be checking that night, okay? Everybody needs to be responsible. Responsibility is not just on the seller. It's not just on the shopper. It's everybody being responsible. I understand where sellers are like, hey, I don't have time to track people down. I have my day job. I have this. I understand that. But at the end of the day, professionalism is a must. Let's understand that nobody's perfect. Life happens. If that person can get out there and pay you, then take the payment is what I always say. Because that's what you're there for. And like I said, I think I don't even have a drop rate. I may have a few, but I'm pretty sure everybody I talk to, I can kind of work things out. Okay. So, with that said, hold on. Being late for live shows.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is it's a free platform, but it's still a professional platform. And this is what I always tell everybody.
It's also an ongoing problem.
And it's an ongoing problem. Okay. You guys know when you have your live assistant, as soon as you hit your live button, your live assistant can start. You don't have to wait to start the bot in that process, okay? You can already hit live, that live assistant can start automatically. So click that yellow button, it's going to start as soon as you hit the live show, all right? So that way we're starting on time. We need to be there on time, okay? My admin is putting together the schedule, she's putting in a lot of work on that schedule, right? She's giving you windows where you can be there. That window is there for you to be there on time, to be early, to get set up, so that way you can start right at the time you're supposed to start. But also, if we have any technical difficulties, any issues that we need to address, we have that window to address them, okay? It should never come into a live show where we're starting lives 3 or 4 times, we're 15 minutes late, we're even 5 minutes late for that live show. I can understand 5 minutes, a few minutes, things happen. But when you're 10, 15 minutes late, at 10 minutes late, we're charging you a $3.50 late fee. At 15 minutes, we're canceling the live show. You will pay a $7 cancellation fee. I will send you an invoice. That is just how this works, because we're still going to maintain professionalism on there, okay? And there's just no way around that point right there, because everybody has that window. And when we're doing it like that, then nobody can keep track of your actual hour and a half. And then we're running 5-10 minutes into the next show, and then that person's upset. Then I have a whole collapse of a schedule because nobody's on time.
And that is also the purpose, on time, right? Because what we experience lately is that people don't send the flyer. Mm-hmm. Then they forget that they have a live.
Oh, I'm getting to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
So that's just lateness. No shows. If you have a live show, and so I'm going to when I address, I'm going to address this with the schedule too. Every time that you do the schedule, right, it's going to send you a confirmation email. I get the confirmation email. You get the confirmation email. In that confirmation email, if you need to cancel, okay, you click on that confirmation email, scroll to the bottom. It's going to be a blue line above the pro tips. It's going to say view schedule. You're going to click on that blue link. It's going to take you directly to that date that you want to cancel. You're going to click on details. It's going to open up. It's going to be cancel or reschedule. Type in your reason for canceling, click submit, and then that live show is canceled. That is how you cancel on Calendly for anybody that doesn't know how to cancel your live shows. Okay, that is how you cancel. All right. And why am I speaking on canceling? Because you need to cancel. Because you're still assessed a $7 late fee, but you may not, depending on what the platform owner, which is my wife, is going to decide. But a no-show is a guaranteed $7 cancellation fee. But when you no-show, that throws off the whole schedule, okay? We're anticipating you being there. You're saying you're going to be there. You don't send a message. You don't say anything, and then you're 30 minutes into your live show that you're already not at. You say, hey, I had this came up. It's too late at that point because now I have an open slot. I'm trying to fill a slot, and this is about filling your slots and keeping your slots filled. It's about holding your word. I'm very big on holding your word. I'm the old way. Hey, if you give me a word, I expect for you to hold it, because that speaks on your character. And if you don't have good character, then you don't have a good reputation. If you say you're going to be there and be square. Okay, be there and be square. That is my motto. So I need you guys to
Please speak on lateness and no show.
Yeah, I already covered that. So I need everybody to be there. Okay, I need you to be on time, because that's part of your professionalism. It's part of your responsibility. Okay, if you have anything, I apologize for that. If you have any type of issues, let us know ahead of time. I used to tell my daughter right before she left home. I used to tell her what I say. She come in like, I'm gonna be late, and she called me 15 minutes after she's late. I said, you knew you were gonna be late 30 minutes ago. Don't call me 15 minutes later time I'm going to be late, because at that point you're already late. There is no excuse, right? So if you're going to be late, you're going to be late, right? Right place, right time, right uniform. That's what I put out the last time. I want you guys to, if you're not going to be there, let us know ahead of time. If you need to cancel, you guys know how to cancel, or let us know if you can't figure it out. But let us know in front, so that way we can kind of fill that slot, and we can prepare for other sellers that may have wanted that slot that can get in and fill that slot. One hand needs to shake the other hand. It's not about the $7, because for me, I'd rather see you go live. I want to see you live. That's why we're doing this for 99 cents, and you get unlimited lives. But I want you guys to be there or be square, okay? And this is not coming from my wife. This is coming from me, okay? Also, I want you guys to maintain your professionalism. Professionalism is a tactic I want to talk to you guys about. And professionalism is about how you're dressed, how you appear, how you're looking in that camera. When you're scheduled to show up, you show up, okay? So what I'm saying is that when you go to a job interview, now, and I speak on back in the day, right, when we were still manually filling out job applications, right? And we had to sit in line for that appointment. We're sitting there, and we put on our Sunday's best, or our best clothing that we have, and we sitting there waiting in line to go to that job interview. And they say, Mr. Clark, and then you're next. And then you go in there, you got your resume, you're sitting down answering your questions, you have your posture right, you have your hair cut, you have your fingernails cut if you're a male, you have your fingernails done if you're a female, you have on your best dress, makeup, lipstick, all that stuff, right? This is what I call presentable. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be dolled up like you're going to church, but you should have on your Sunday's best, because you're coming here to give a show, and you're coming here to model your products for people when you come in here, right? And if you're going to a job interview, you will be dressed a certain way. And when you come to our platform, and when you come to a live show on any platform, if you go look at these other platforms, you're going to see how people are coming in, and they're coming in, and they're ready to go. They're coming in a certain way. You're representing yourself. You're representing your family. You're representing your name. You're representing your business name. You're representing your business. Okay? You are representing all of that. And I want you guys to take that seriously, okay? Because I can tell you from me just doing the logistics, right? I'm watching sometimes shows, and when you're not presentable, and you have all your background is not where it needs to be, because it took us 8 months to get our background together. Okay. And I still want to do changes to it, but it's okay. But what I'm saying is, it's way better from the day one that I started. So it's something that you got to learn, right? But what I'm saying is that people, when they're viewing you from the other side, if that,
I'm coming to my life with a halfway.
If you walking by a store, right, and you see it's dirty outside the store, right, or it doesn't look good, you're not going in that store to shop. So if someone comes to your live show and it looks the same way when they're looking at your live show. They don't want to shop with you. That could be a potential shopper, but they're not there because of this. In the military, we have this thing that they say if it's dirty on the outside, it's dirty on the inside. That's why if you go on a military installation, you see them cutting grass. They're always edging up stuff. You always see this level of yard care for the outside of barracks, of maintenance, because they always say what's on the inside reflects on the outside. You've heard this when you eat. What you put on the inside of your body is going to show on the outside of your body. Okay? It's the same concept. Inside, outside, outside, inside. Okay? And I'm teaching this in my trainings to people. You know, a lot of people think, well, you can't derogate what somebody's supposed to wear and dress. You know what? I'm not trying to. But the complaint always comes in, why did this happen? Why did I have 15 viewers and then I dropped 5? And I say, okay, do you want me to answer that honestly? And they say, yeah. And I say, okay, well, those sellers that drop were this seller, this seller, this seller, and this seller. I know those sellers, and I know when them sellers come, if this, and this is wrong, then they're going to leave your live show. So, you know, you even got sellers that are very, very conservative, right? So if you're in there and you got too much cleavage or something showing, they're already like, hey, I'm not watching a live show. You got people that you can't satisfy everybody, but there are things that you can put together in order to sustain yourself, in order to get what your job is to get done, okay? So presentation is everything. We went from applications back in the day before email, right? And then we went into portfolios. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's when Microsoft PowerPoint shoppers see it all, and what makes them want to support you by the background or engagement when tagging others to the live. Absolutely, 110%. You know, that's the truth, right? Miss Champagne Moore said that's so true. Presentation is the key. And yeah, you bring your wig. You know, I seen some. Like I said, I seen people run in there. They did look. That $7 was so serious. They ran in there without their wig. Okay, they ran them to the whole live show without their wig, and I was like, wow. And guess what? They had a great live sale. I don't even know how they pulled that off. Right? That was the craziest thing. They were like, I'm not paying that $7. They ran in there, lost the whole wig, and they had a great live show. Right? So that's the miracles do happen on Purple Patches Boutique. Right? She still don't bless us for real. Right? So. But no, in all seriousness, you know, I want you guys to be presentable, and I'm telling you that from my heart because I know that can help you with your sales, okay? If you want to keep their attention, be the attention. Come in there looking like a diamond. Come in there shining. Come in there blinged up. You know, come in there like that, and I promise you. And look, you can take these words that I'm telling you right now. You can try them out. Don't trust them, verify them. Do what I'm telling you and see what happens. It's going to bring a whole different cohesion, a whole different type of vibe and environment. You're going to see new faces, better faces, and people are going to be with you longer, okay? So I want you guys to be inside of that engagement. Your background should be beautiful. You should be beautiful when you step there. Have a nice attire. Have your hair done. Look, queens, I'm going to tell you my opinion, right? Don't worry, babe. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Remember, I'm the lingerie man. I'm showing all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Can't even put together a bathing suit on here, right? Got to get you... So, what I'm saying is, right, my opinion is that, you know, a woman can always be beautiful. She can always be sexy, no matter what her size, what her age is. And the reason why is because there's so many products that you guys out there to keep yourself beautiful, to keep yourself together. Your hair can always be colored. You don't ever have to be gray. You can always do something new and brand new to yourself. So when you come, put on, if you're a bling boutique, put on that bling. Show them what that bling is. Put it on, right? You know, if you're selling makeup, put on the makeup. They want to see how it looks. So you put on that lipstick, put on that makeup, put on something shiny and nice, you know. Come in there with your sexy, right? Preserve sexy, put on your sexy. Come in there looking dapper, looking clean, looking super sexy. And then boom, you know, have your background set, you know, so your background looks good, you looking good, and they focus on you like, you know, and then boom, you know, and then start talking to them, get your client engagement right, because that is client engagement. Your presentation, how you look, is proper client engagement, right? They're not telling you these things, right? But this is your first level on a micro level of client engagement, is how you look, right? In your presentation. So you're representing your business, like Miss Champagne Moore says, and that's the truth. You're representing that, right? And that's going to be your reputation, all right? which brings me to your flyers. Your flyers are representation of your business too, right? When you guys sign up for your live events, right? Your live shows, right? Okay, we can have the best items, but if our appearance is not great, shoppers will leave your live. Absolutely, 100%. So with the flyers, right? We have a flyer expert. So if you guys cannot do your flyers, reach out to us. We'll put you with our admin expert that's going to do the flyers for you. Okay. I want you guys to understand that too, but also understand that when you're signing up for your live events, you're checking yes that you have your flyer in 24 to 48 hours. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Miss Denise? No problem. You know, encouragement and helpful ideas. You know what? That's what we're supposed to do. I would be wrong if I didn't tell you things that could make you better as a person, as an individual, as a seller, right? And the same thing. My wife is still getting critiqued. You know, my wife doesn't have it all together. You know, she does the best she can, and then people are like, hey, this could have went better, that could have went better. There's always ways for improvement. We have to be willing to accept those things. The problem is we get so critical, like, oh, they trying to talk about me. No, it's not. Because if I didn't tell you and let you keep going in that way, then I would be wrong. And that's just constructive criticism. If you got a mother like mine, my mother let me know everything is wrong. Everything. You know, she'll tell me how many times spit flew out of my mouth. Like, hey, son, you need to calm down, slow down. You got too much spit flying out of your bottom lip. You got to, you know. So, you know.
I'm coming with hang time and Miss Minnie Holmes singing Brother Passions.
Right. So, but, you know, it's a beautiful thing when people can come together and then you take that feedback and you take it and you represent it. If you notice some of the sellers on our platform, you're seeing things have changed. Where they're selling it has changed. Their backgrounds have changed. Their flyers have changed. Why? Because we're in there and we're giving say, hey, look, I think you can do better. Let's try this out. You know, and we let them go for themselves because we want them to be successful. Right. So, how you doing, Ms. Davis?
The goal of Proper Passions Boutique is that every seller is making money and every seller is successful. And that's why we don't charge as a platform because we have strong sellers. They selling like 3 or 4 years already. And
how you doing, Ms. Benson?
They know all the perks, and we have weaker sellers, right? And when all new sellers, and when you are new to the platform or you're just starting selling, you don't have no clientele. You don't have no people that you can tag. That's why we have our tag team here, and we not only tagging for new people, we tagging for everybody that comes in. So we sharing and tagging. We tagging so much that half of our team is always blocked from Facebook because we share and tag. Okay, but also that's the main reason what me and my husband said, because we did all this already. Like when I started, we went on all these platforms, we paid all these fees, and sometimes we sold 5 items and that just covered the fee to go on the platform live. So the reason why we said we're gonna charge only 99 cents for a whole month is that you are able to be successful, because we don't make no money out of this at all. But we want something different for the people. One hand shakes the other. Let's help each other and let's move on.
Yep. So absolutely.
And it's hard in these days. It's hard.
It's not easy to make a dollar anymore. You see, everything is kind of collapsing. If you don't know it, you know, nothing is moving forward. Everything is regressing. It is, you know, and you have to understand that, right? And basically, like my wife said, for $1, you know, we're trying to give everything we can for that dollar, you know, and then some, because we want to see you successful. You have strong sellers, you have medium sellers, you have weak sellers, you have new sellers that don't have any clientele. How do you build clientele? You build clientele by doing the things that I'm telling you. You need to be professional. You need to be there, right place, right time, right uniform, blinged up, dolled up, dressed up, background good. These things are going to get you your views, and from your views is going to come the people that want to talk about you. Okay, so
we can see you.
So you know, yeah. So as my other admin just said, we can see you and we can sometimes feel you. So if you're in a bad mood, it shows. Yes, absolutely. So you know, that's kind of one of the things where I tell people about resetting and re-upping. You know, give yourself time to reset. There are going to be times that you may have to pay that $7 because you're just not ready. You had a tough day at work. You came in, your children are not behaving. You got a phone call from school. You got all this different stuff to do. That's a collision of a whole bunch of situations. And you may have to come in and say, you know what? I'm not ready. You know, take that break because you need to reset. Okay. This is a physical game. This is a mental game. You know, it's a spiritual game too. Okay. It's an emotional game too. This whole thing. Okay. So you got to be ready on all levels, on all dimensions. Okay. On all dimensions. You know,
happy seller, happy shopper.
Happy seller, happy shopper. Okay. So with your flyers, right? Let me get back to that. Your flyers, 24 to 48 hours. If you don't get in your flyers, we can't promote you, okay? We need your flyers. By the time that person goes live by 8 a.m., I'm putting that timestamp, 8 a.m. I'm putting that timestamp, 8 a.m. I'm putting that timestamp, 8 a.m. The day you're supposed to go live, you will not get promoted, and you go from there. But we need your flyer ahead of time. If you check yes, then put in that flyer. If you schedule a live event, tag it into your Gmail. Link your Gmail to your to Calendly, and it's gonna put it in. So it's gonna let you know. It's gonna let you know the day before when you have a live show to keep track. If you're having trouble keeping track, okay. Also, I need all my sellers. Right. I'm gonna tell you guys. We're gonna use the acronym Sprinkle the Love. You hear this all the time. I need you to sprinkle the love and share. Okay. Sprinkle the love to 10 people and tag. Okay. Sprinkle the love to 10 people. Tag. Share.
Into your own life.
Into your own live, okay?
Before you start.
I put out to my admins, right, that they will not tag if that seller is not doing their job either, okay? Because if we're tagging so much where we're getting blocked, then there's a problem, okay? So I want you guys to understand that. So if you get into your live, you need to tag 10 of your people. You need to share it once. We're going to do our thing on our side, okay? We're going to support you. But that is mandatory, okay? It's free. It's not going to hurt. Bring your people in. We're not here to shoplift, right? And that's my new term, shoplift. Y'all remember shoplift from back in the day when somebody stealing from the store? Well, some people act like we're shoplifting customers, okay? We're not shoplifting, okay? We're not shopping and lifting your customers out of your live shows. You know, we're trying to bring more people in, right? And we're trying to share so that way everybody puts money in their pocket, okay? And then we can share more items with the people. And when we're collectively doing this, we can bring more discounts to the shoppers and they can get nicer items for a lower price too. So, if we all work together, we're going to be fine. So that's what we're trying to do. A lot of people are not on that jazz music yet. They will be one day. But this is what we're doing as Purple Patches Boutique, okay? Your cancellation fee, as I said before, will only be waived by the platform owner. That'll be Miss Clark. So she'll be the one to decide whether it is. And most of the time, she's recirculating that back to you. Your cancellation fee, she's recirculating that back and giving you some perk. And she's doing something for you in order to help you generate sales anyway. So that's normally what she does anyway. So it recirculates actually back into the whole Purple Patch Boutique platform. So, and like I said, I'm not here for the $7. I'd rather see you go live, because...
Also, what I forgot to say is that just came into my mind. If you bring to the platform a new subscriber, a seller or a shopper, it doesn't matter, because when a shopper subscribes to Purple Passions Boutique, you get 10% off and you get an additional 25 on Wednesdays with whoever you shop. Wednesday is the senior citizen discount day. So you got to be 60 and up, right? If you're not 60 and up and you're just a subscriber, you get 10% off if you shop with Purple Passions Boutique. But if you bring a seller or a shopper that subscribes to Purple Passion Boutique, you are going to get a free Purple Power Up on the house.
Okay, so if you're a seller and you bring in a new subscription, then you're going to get a free Purple Power Up.
It's worth $10.
That's worth $10. Shoppers going to get an extended 10% off on their invoice if they bring in a new subscription. Okay, so those are perks if you want to bring in subscribers. Subscribers only 99 cents. You're going to type in Purple Passion in your search engine. It's going to open up the Purple Passion page. Look right underneath our follows and our likes, and you're going to see a subscribe button. Click on the subscribe button, and then boom, it's going to open you up, and then that's where you're going to put in your payment information. So you're very welcome, Miss Denise. The senior and veteran discount, yes, that's important. Okay, and how you doing, Miss Dolores? Miss Dolores is one of our sellers too. On our page, I want you guys to drop your information, right? Drop your information on your business, drop your business information there. We even had Gary from Loyal Shops drop his information in there. So like I said, go in there and drop your information in and promote. This is a way to promote yourself. This is how you get out there. Our chats are there for you to promote yourself. So get in there and chat. Get in there and talk. Get in there and meet people. Socialize. You may not be a social person, but it doesn't take you nothing but 2 to 3 minutes to drop your information in there. Get your business out there. If you're standing on business, then drop your business information in there, okay? If Gary can do it and he comes in, I have really good talks with him. He's great. I'm telling you, he's a fine person. Talk to him if you got issues as a seller, things you want to know, things you want to understand, reach out to him. He's very forthcoming with talking, and letting you know things. All right. So, those I brought everyone. So that's kind of the importance of that. Right. But, what did I miss? I feel like I'm missing something.
The new marathon.
The marathon, right? So we got a marathon coming. That's August
23rd.
August 23rd, right? End of season marathon, August 23rd, right? So I want all our shoppers there. I said all my shoppers. I'm probably the worst. So I forgot to cut on the ring light, so I'm gonna just exclude myself from selling anymore, right? So but I want all the shoppers there, okay? All the shoppers that can be there. I want you guys to be there. All the sellers that want to participate. We got I think we got a few slots still open, right?
We got a few morning slots open, I would say.
Yeah, we got a few morning slots open, a few slots open. So if you want to be a part of that marathon, the end of season's marathon, then guess what? Contact my wife and she will get you on that schedule. So we do have some open slots, but besides that, I want sellers and shoppers to be there. Let's spread the love, show the love. We're going to do that end of season marathon. You guys did super fantastic. At the last marathon, I expect great things from you guys again. You guys are doing super fantastic. Did I cover everything within the payment? Oh, and I do want to say one more thing about payments, okay? Please pay your invoices. You guys see when I start doing my head like this? Please pay your invoices, okay? Mm-hmm. Please pay your invoices, all right? I don't want nobody to contact me talking about you're a seller, you didn't pay your invoices, sellers. Professionalism, pay your invoices, all right? You held to a higher standard, a higher degree. Nobody should be calling me about you paying your invoices, okay? All right? Make sure, sellers, you send it to the messenger and the email, okay? And if you got any problems outside of that, then let me know. Now, to the part, somebody brought the potato salad. Okay, all right. All right. So the end of summer marathon. Thank you, Miss Coleman. Thank you. Well, you and Trisha keep me on my toes this morning. Woo! And I got my wife right here in my ear. Okay, the end of summer marathon is going to be $10 or less. Okay, so it's going to be $10 or less shopping. Okay, so you guys, I want you guys to be there. Even if you're a new seller, you're not comfortable, come try to be a part of those marathons. Build your reputation. If you guys need any tips or tricks, right, let me know. Contact me and I will give you the best advice and the best guidance that I can. I'm not perfect. It's still a lot that I'm learning, but the guidance that I do have is pretty solid. And I've gained that from veteran people. So it's not just me being and feeling like I know everything. I've sat down and had my talks with a lot of veteran people and put together this information and compiled it in order to benefit you. So if you got any tips and tricks, let me know. And I just want to let you know that I am thankful for each and every one of my subscribers. I'm thankful for each and one of my sellers. And I'm thankful for each and one of the people that showed up for this live event. I'm thankful for every shopper and everybody that attends, whether you shop or not. I'm thankful for. Okay. Anytime something goes wrong or I have a situation in my life, in my mind, I go and think about 10 things that I'm thankful for in order to rechannel the what may have made me upset, what may have made me emotional. So I go and say, hey, what are 10 things that I'm thankful for? Even if it's toilet paper or a toilet or a bathtub or water or a cup of water or a roof over my head. I'm thankful, right? A washer. You know, the detergent that goes in the washer. You know, the
Your
pillow you
feet.
get your head under. You know, thankful that your feet. Thankful that you didn't have as much pain today as you had yesterday. You know, anytime something goes wrong in my life, I go and say, hey, what are 10 things I'm thankful for, to rechannel, to reinvent what that situation is. And I promise you, as I do this, I feel so much better. And whatever's bothering me doesn't bother me anymore, because I've changed my focus to what I'm thankful for, because someone should be thankful for. And here on Purple Passion, we're thankful for all of you. All my admins I'm thankful for. You know, everybody that shots I'm thankful for. Everybody that showed up here I'm thankful for. And I want you guys to be thankful. You know, thankful that our admin expert is back with us. You know, she's in the background chopping up things and doing things, you know, providing that guidance, you know, and giving us, you know, good pointers and stuff, and that support. You know, each one of my my other admins, you know, from Rob and to Trish, you know, I appreciate you guys 1,000%. I know you guys have stuff going on, but you guys are coming in to support. I'm thankful that you guys are willing to get blocked for Purple Patches Boutique. You know, that's a blessing too, you know, because everything happens for a reason. So with that said, Miss Smith, I'm glad you're back with us. You know, she's one of our day oneers. You know, we're glad she's back. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys. I saw Miss Anna in here, and when I see you guys here, that means for me that you guys are getting healthier. Your recovery is coming, so I'm thankful that you guys are recovering and you guys are doing good. Okay, so the slots we have available. Thank you, Miss Coleman. So the slots we have that are available right now for our marathon is going to be at 8 a.m., 9:15 a.m., a 10:30 a.m., a 1 p.m. and 11 p.m. Those are all available for the marathon. Okay, so I want you guys to do it, and I believe Miss Toya is she's going to post that on the page too, so that way you guys can see that availability. All right, I want you guys to make sure that you guys track down those times. Thank you, admin expert, for that. So she put that here. She's going to post it on the page too. Those are our availabilities for that marathon. We want those slots filled, and we want you guys to bring your best, and we want you guys to come and have a good time too. All right. It's a lot of knowledge on this live. Thank you from New Job. You're very welcome. And one thing I told one of my sellers last night, that I spoke, and I'm not going to mention what her name is, but she knows who she is. I told her, and this is something I want to tell all the sellers. Okay, when you come to the live show, I want you to feel good, and I want you to leave feeling good. When you come into that live show, if you're coming in there and you're not feeling good, and you're not leaving feeling good, and you're stressed, you're under duress, that wasn't a good live. I don't care how much you sold. You should not come into that live and leave stressed and just completely. You can be drained. You can be in a little bit of pain, but I don't want you coming out there like, oh my goodness, okay? I want you to feel good, okay? So
Night. That's only bookable.
So now, and to make sure I got this right between the admin expert and you, right? So the night slots are only bookable through my wife. So if you're doing anything, Miss Coleman, let me know. This is after 12, right? Because you got the schedule. Are we saying after 12, right? After 12 a.m.
After 12, yeah.
So after 12, okay? After 12, then any night slots you want to have, right? And this is when you're going to be dealing with that Pacific Coast time, right? So you may want to tap into those clients over there, right? So you're gonna have to book that directly with my wife. So you're gonna have to private message her, direct message her, however you want to do it, message her, all right? So that's going to be for the night slots, okay? So that's going to be after 12.
Midnight.
After midnight. Let me say that because
I'm midnight.
Yeah, because this EST, CST. Also remember that you guys are going to want to, when you're setting up your schedule, make sure you're live event, make sure you're going down to the bottom, clicking on EST and changing your time to EST, okay? All our bookings are in EST. So make sure you're changing that time slot to EST. It's going to give you the most effective and efficient times, and that way you should be able to be on the right time. I believe we also have a setting in there that 24 hours before your live show, we've got another invitation link getting sent out. So you get one initially when you set up your live event. You get one 24 hours before. Okay.
So basically, what we're doing is, if any seller wants to book in midnight, you cannot book it on the calendar. It's not bookable.
Right.
You have to reach out to me, and I have to reach out to my admin expert, because she's the one who does midnight lives.
Right.
Who's admin in midnight lives.
Right.
Because no live on Purple Passion Boutique is going on without an admin. So we always have admins in every live. Mandatory.
All right. So there we go. Thank you, admin Evan. She just put that in there. Okay. And my wife. Okay. So I said that completely wrong. So, and that's why I got the admins around me, right? Because I said that completely wrong, right? Like I forgot half of the information, right? So what they're saying is we are a 24-hour platform, okay? Got a question for you. So as I keep talking, Mr. Laura says, how long are you able to stay on if you do a midnight live?
As long as you want to.
So Mr. Dolores, that's going to be as long as you want to, as long as we don't have somebody coming behind you. So if we got a whole bunch of bookies in there and you schedule for that day, then that's going to orchestrate how long you're on. But if nobody's there, then you go till you drop. All right? Please, Mr. Dolores, don't drop. But Mr. Lord, you be turned up. I love watching your lives. You be turned up, so I don't think you gonna have a problem. You might be there till 6 o'clock in the morning. So, but we love seeing you on there. But yes, we are a 24-hour platform, right? So if you want to be on after midnight, okay, you need to message my wife because she's going to get with our admin expert, which is going to be Miss Latoya Coleman, and Miss Latoya Coleman is going to have to set that schedule, and she is our midnight person, okay? So every one of our shows has an admin, right? So we need what did you say? She's a girl. We have fun on our lives, D. yeah, we do. So we always have somebody there. So if you're going to be live, you want to make sure we have somebody there. We want to make sure you have that support, just like the other sellers have in the daytime. So let us know. Book with my wife. She's going to talk with our admin expert. We're going to keep all that stuff together. Okay. So how you doing, Miss Taylor? Glad to see you here. Okay. So we are a 24-hour platform. Make no mistake about that. We have a few that do it. I think Miss Nicole does a few nights. Miss
Amy.
Kendall's doing some night ones too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys give him some support too. He's, like I said, he's a mail seller, so you know we push him along the way. I love to see him doing it. So you know we like to give him support because it's not easy being a male doing this, but he's doing his best. And say, how long are your daily lives? I probably missed the information. Our lives are 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5. All right, hour and a half. And you can book directly on our link. Our link is on our Purple Patch Boutique page. So
the only thing what you need to do is subscribe for 99 cents.
Everybody must subscribe for 99 cents. So right now, when you go through there, it's going to direct you to subscribe. So
and you can book unlimited lives.
So let me explain it. The lives are 90 minutes or 1 hour, 30 minutes or 1.5 hours. Okay. So that's going to be your live show. You must subscribe for 99 cents in order to be a part and go live on our page. But what that means is that for that 99 cents subscription, you get unlimited lives for that entire month. So you can go live as many times as you want. So if you want to go live at 31 days in a month, you want to go live for 31 days, you got 31 days of lives if you find a slot. So, and you can book as many lives as you want and you can have that.
And you also have automatically access to the Purple Passion exclusive VIP group lounge.
No, it's not a group. Not a group anymore.
Will be lounge.
All right. So, and when you do that, the perks of being a subscriber are you get access to, does anyone have that chat? You get access to our prayer room, which is ran by my mother. So also, I want you guys to understand, if you guys need direct prayers, message my mother, and she will contact you and she will give you direct prayers one-on-one. Okay. She's a pastor. Contact her directly. She's licensed. She's a pastor. If anybody know, I mean, once you talk to my mother, you'll figure everything out.
She has a church.
I remember when my mother started back in 87. So 86, 87. That's how long she's been doing it. So I want you guys to reach out to her if you need a prayer. It can be for anything, something simple. Finances. She's dropping a prayer in there every day. Okay. You get access to our exclusive VIP lounge. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's also a perk of the 99 cent subscription. You also get unlimited wall drops. You get access to unlimited wall drops on our page, okay? And Miss Koga says, I think your mother's just wonderful, and I'm thankful for her prayer time with me. Yes, she will set it up if you need prayer. I'm telling you, she's a magnificent woman. I wouldn't be as far as I am without her prayers and without her strong hand, you know, and her guidance, you know. Very wise. She's got a beautiful background. You know, my mother is just doing so much for everybody. You know, takes care of her women's groups and everything. She's doing a lot even at her age. And I always tell people, my mom's in her late 60s and she just took off her heels. So she was still running around strutting in those heels, you know. So, but she's beautiful. I promise you, you know.
So we also have seller's introduction.
We also got seller's introduction too, right? So you can find my mother in the chat room.
In the VIP, in the exclusive VIP.
She's inside the exclusive VIP. So to access her, it's that 99-cent subscription. I know nobody wants to pay it. Like, I don't want to pay it. But the 99-cent subscription, you get access to our prayer room. Okay? So the prayer room, you get access to that. You get access to all the chats. Okay? And I know what I tell everybody. It's going to be a good thing. And I'm even thinking about, I'm going to do, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do a poll and a survey. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it. If I do a annual subscription just for shoppers, would they be interested in that? If I did, let's say I did a $10 subscription for a whole year to have access to Purple Patch Boutique, would you guys be interested? I'm going to do a survey on that. You know,
Miss Bernadette just subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you for subscribing. And when you subscribe, you're going to have a green badge like Miss Bernadette. You see your green badge right there. That lets me know that you're subscribed, and you get a special badge. And that special badge is going to give you access to all our perks. So we have that. And also inside of those when you subscribe, you have exclusive items that are going to start to get posted coming up here soon. So it's going to be special items that you will not see on live shows. You're going to see only those items inside of the VIP group. Okay. So when you, yes, it would be interested. Yes, I would be interested as a shopper. Okay. You know, because it's been something that has been a talk amongst the admins, and we haven't decided whether we want to do it, but we wanted to do this strictly for shoppers on the outside, and sellers will be doing it monthly because we have to regulate it that way. But for a shopper, we would like to do that outside, and then we say, hey, you know, because it'll actually be just under $13, and then we could do it at $10, and it's annual, and you have access, okay? So that's something that we thought about doing. So I'm going to do a poll and see who will be interested in that, because I think that would be a little bit better, so you guys will feel a little bit safer. You don't have to worry, because I think a lot of people worry about is whether they're going to get scammed or somebody's going to change the price and stuff, right? So you do that rate, you get your little badge and stuff, and this is stuff that I have to work on, but this is something I would like to do. But you guys let me know.
And thank you for the promotion, Miss Denise. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the promotion. Yeah, we say, Mr. says, if anyone has a problem with the 99-cent subscription, then that's a problem in itself. Yikes. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people are just, you know, I think a lot of people are just afraid of that. I've been a part of those things where you do it for 99 cents, then all of a sudden, after that trial period or whatever, after 30 days, all of a sudden you get to $34.99. You're like, what? Who did that? Then you calling them like, hey, you didn't tell me that. You said it was 99 cents. I'm like, well, it's recurring and you didn't cut it off. And then they don't want to give you back your money. You are in your bank. You got to file fraud and all kinds of other stuff, right? So I think that's kind of, so I think that's a lot of issues going on with that. So
that's what happened over here.
That's awesome, because I brought several people over to see the lives and shop. Yes, you know, so. And that's why, you know, when we have the 99 cents, and that's also a perk too. When you subscribe, then if you shop with us, you get 10% off on that order. So that 99 cents that you paid for the month is already going back to you in that 10% as a subscriber. So essentially you're paying and then you're getting it back. So it's like you're not paying. And this is what I try to tell people. So you're paying the dollar, but you're getting the dollar back and then some. And then you have access to everything, right? And that's what we want to do. We're trying to keep you guys with the best products, the best prices, and access to the best sellers, okay? And if our sellers are not where they need to be now, I promise you, our sellers will get better. Our sellers will climb that ladder, because we're working with everybody. So, you know, that's a beautiful thing. We got a lot going on. And like I said, as a seller, if you subscribe, and you get unlimited lives for the month, okay? You may be a new seller and you're just trying to get your feet off the ground. Well, guess what? 99 cents, and then all the money that you make goes in your pocket to help you build your business. It's going to help you get that ring light. It's going to help you get that stuff for your background. It's going to help you purchase more items for you to sell. And that money's going in your pocket, okay? You're not going to find that anywhere. Nowhere on any platform, you're not going to find that. Somebody's trying to get you out there and boost you and get you to where you need to be. Purple Power Up, get you a boost, get you more views and more likes, okay? So, he said, also, if you have a big national bank a 99 cents anything is a flag, because when somebody's getting into your account, they'll put those low numbers in to see if they go through. And then the bigger one, see more.
And the
bigger ones come after, so the banks have a tendency to stop them immediately. So you need to notify your bank. Okay, so so to help you guys with that, where do you pay for it? So what you'll do is you go to your search engine. It's gonna be, you should be in your top right corner. You're gonna type in Purple Passions with the S Boutique. You're gonna click the arrow, submit, whatever it is. It's gonna open up to our page. Right underneath the follows and likes, you're going to see subscribe. Click on subscribe. It's going to take you to the next page, and that's where you're going to input your bank information. Now, how do we, like I said, it's always a solution. How do we fix that problem that my admin just said? Because some people are getting blocked, and that is a red flag, right?
Prepaid or PayPal.
So what you do, you can go through PayPal, or you can get you a prepaid card. You see them in like the Dollar Tree. You see them in the aisles when you go in Walmart. Get you a prepaid card. Put you $13 on there, right?
The subscription link here.
My wife just dropped a subscription link inside of the comments too. Put you $13 on there, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to use that card, right? Use that card, put it to the side. You can set it on recurring, and $13 is going to get you for the whole year until I figure out this whole membership thing. But do that, and that way it's not dealing with your bank. You don't have to worry about no excess fees, and you're doing it on a prepaid card, okay? So if that's going to make you feel safer, and I understand, identity theft is out there. There's a lot of things going on. We don't want to get blocked and have blocked access to our funds because of a 99-cent subscription. Then boom, that's how you do it, okay?
Miss Chrissy just paid a subscription, and she got a green badge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Chrissy, I see your green badge on there. So when you see somebody's badge on there, that's how you know you got it. So anytime you guys see somebody with that green badge right there, that means they're subscribing to Purple Passions Boutique, right? So why am I saying this? I want you guys to have access to all of these things, okay? All of these things. I'm also reaching out to people that I know that have having surgeries and different stuff coming up too, and I'm doing that too on the side too. It's an outreach program, so we're outreaching to you guys. So if you see somebody that you haven't seen in a while, as a community, right, and as a family, I want you guys to reach out to them too and say, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you okay? Something simple as that, because we have to start taking care of each other. This is something that we promote here in Purple Passions Boutique. All right. If I've sent you messages and I haven't responded to the messages you sent back, and I think it's like 4 of you guys know who you are because I was checking on you after your operations, forgive me for that. It's been busy. I'm going to get to you guys this week and check on you guys again and answer those messages. But charge it to my mind, not my heart. It's just been busy and I didn't get to it, but I did see those messages. I will get to it. Thank you for those that are subscribed. I am going to try to put together that. I talked with the admin team a little bit more about doing that membership and try to do that for you guys, because I feel like that's fair and I feel like that's simpler for you guys. And we want you guys in a part of the community. We at the first we moved everybody out because we want the people that want to be there and the people that want to benefit from Purple Passions Boutique. Okay, we want you guys to benefit. So we want those people there because that's how you grow. You don't grow with negativity. You don't grow with drama. You don't grow with excess problems or unnecessary problems, okay? So that's what we got to hear. Also, if you're someone that might have items and you need to get rid of, you can post an unlimited wall drop. Yes.
As a shopper.
So as a shop, now listen, unlimited wall drop is not just for sellers, it's for shoppers too. So you may have some stuff you want to get rid of. When you're inside of that, since you have your subscription,
exclusive VIP,
you're inside of that exclusive VIP lounge, right? Then you can post your stuff there too, and you can sell stuff. So you may have a baby car seat or a baby bag. But hey, I don't need this anymore. This is for my grandchildren or something like that. Put it in there. Somebody may need it. The summertime is baby making time, right? The weather's hot. Everybody's is running around chasing each other and spraying people with water. They don't spray people with water hoses anymore, do they? I messed up. That was so wrong, right? No more super soakers. No more water hoses. Know that one pool that you have for a week, right? You're splashing the little water bugs out of there and still jumping in there. The person that's got all the grass on the feet, you're like, hey, get out of the pool. You can't get in here with all that. It's the only water we got. So, but yeah, the summertime, how the young ones are. They running around making all kinds of children. So you may have some baby stuff. You may have some stuff you just want to get rid of, right? We're doing all right. How you doing, Miss Anderson? So
sellers and shoppers can sell items
right
in the exclusive VIP lounge. And we have a picture wardrobe that is for free. It's running 24 hours. You can unlimited post how many items you want for sale.
Right. So you got unlimited postings, right? You can post as many items as you can. That's seller and shopper, right? You get in there, post your items, and sell them, right?
Miss Madeline, she got the green badge.
I see Miss Madeline subscribe. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you did. You did subscribe. I see your badge on there. So I want you guys to, be a part of this, And like I said, the prayer room, the prayer room, I always say that everybody needs prayer. I don't care who it is. I don't care what religion you are. I don't. Everybody needs prayer. We are not, like I always tell you guys, I refuse to believe that a little child that believes in God, no matter what their race, ethnicity is, or their culture, or their background is praying to God and God's not listening to them. I don't care what nobody says. I refuse to believe that, okay? We all need prayer. And guess what? And we're not making it life without somebody praying for you. Even if it's a pastor praying for the world, somebody's praying for you. And that's how we're making it, okay? So utilize that prayer room, okay? Be successful. Come ready. Yes, you did. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the Purple Passion family, okay? My mother's putting prayers in every morning for every seller for your success, That's important, You got to have promotion and prayer too on the spiritual side. Like I said,
Champagne Moore just subscribed to.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Moore. Welcome to the Purple Passion family.
Welcome to the family. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You guys got to understand that this is like I said, this is like this is bigger than what people think, right? We're standing on blessings, right? Our workers are volunteers, right? And we decided to do this for everybody else, for you guys to benefit. So I want you guys to utilize these things that we have, right? You may not be a seller on here that steps in front of the camera, but you may have some stuff at home that you need to sell because you need that $5, $10, $15, $20 in your pocket, okay? Get on there and sell it. Get on there and sell it, okay? Put it in the wall drop, okay? Always remember, we're not arguing, we're not fighting, we're not cursing, we're not swearing, we're not saying wrong or bad words to each other, okay? If we don't have something to say, we don't say nothing at all. I want you guys to practice customer courtesy, which is one of my other point. I forgot. It's a point I've been meaning to say. Okay? On my platform, we practice customer courtesy. Now, what I've seen that look like on my platform is, let's say this person gets 3 of this, and this person may want one. They say, hey, I'm just going to take one, and you can have these 2, or you 2 can have one of each of these. Or when you see somebody that's putting in a number, and they put in the wrong number, and then you come right behind them and put in the right number, but you weren't interested in the item the whole 5 minutes before that, then courtesy is that person that put in that number and just mistyped the number, you give them that item, So let's take care of each other that way, because that creates a whole different conflict, because you never know what that person wants it for, So let's be courteous to each other, all right? Yeah, yes, man. So I know prayer works. Yes, it does. So I want you guys to utilize. That prayer room, utilize that exclusive VIP lounge. I want you guys, does anyone have that? I think that was a great thing, because you may be looking for something specific. Like I said, I always remember that person that was looking for, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, for that boots on the ground, So, it's a lot of different things that you can find on there. I had a lady one time that asked us for a vintage blender, from the 70s. Hers finally broke. I'm like, man, that blender was working hard for like 50 years, right? And it just broke. So we were able to find that. It may be a special perfume or something like that you're looking for, and you never know. Somebody may have it, or they may be in a place where they can get it from. Check it out. It's a lot of good things happening in there, a lot of great people. So don't pass up these opportunities. Like I said, it's only 99 cents, and it's not mine, it's yours. So, where can you go and get that? And remember, on Wednesdays, you get your discount too, okay? Anywhere from 15 to 25%. You're going to get your 10% off. Just for subscribers. So when you shop with us, you're going to get that 10% off. So, I want you guys to benefit. I want your money to count. I want your dollar to count. All right? So with that said, what do we got in here? After all this wonderful information, who's ready to, ready a deal or no deal with Tutu's Blessing Thrifting? Okay. All right. I remember she said, who's ready for, she said, after all this wonderful information, who's ready ready for a deal or no deal with Tutu's Blessing Thrift Tea. That is her her business, okay? So she's got steals and deals over there, okay? So
so we are focused on the next person who's coming live.
So
which is
it's in the
gonna
chat. Go to your
Miss
chat
Sabrina.
message. Tell them how to get in, and we'll be accepting after we confirm the description and the purpose of the VIP lounge. Okay. So I would say this real quick. So you're going to type in Purple Passions Boutique in the search engine. You're going to click the little not the hourglass, the little magnifying glass, the search button. It's going to open up our page. You'll see our logo on there with the diamond in the mouth. Underneath the follows and likes, you're going to click subscribe. Once you click on the subscribe, it's going to take you to where you input your information. Now, who do we have next? Miss Sabrina Dennis Parker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Miss Sabrina Dennis Parker. Did I call her Davis earlier? Oh my goodness, I'm terrible, aren't I? Wow. Okay. Sorry. Okay, Miss Parker, okay? She's going to be coming in. Great seller. She's live and direct. She's done a lot of great things. I want you guys to come in and support her. She's going to be doing her thing next, and then you'll see us shortly after that. And welcome to the Purple Passions Boutique family. Thank you guys for being here. I did not intend to be on here that long, but yes, please remember to turn off your notifications during the live. It's very distracting. So you guys remember that too. Focus, focus, focus. No distractions during the live shows. Be ready to go. And I will see you guys again soon, Queens. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed and beautiful Tuesday morning.
I will send out to those new subscribers the VIP link after the live.
After this live, my wife will be sending our new members the VIP link. Okay, the exclusive VIP lounge link.
Yeah, so right? they can. So
join. You can have your all access. Okay, so thank you for being here. I'll see you guys again soon later. Stay tuned for Miss Sabrina Dennis Parker.
Okay. Yes, honey. Yes.
Yes, honey. All right.
Thank you all, and we love you.
All right.
Bye-bye.